بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. والفصاحة في المتكلم ملكة وهي كيفية راسخة في النفس، والكيفية عرض لا يتوقف تعقله على تعقل الغير، ولا يقتضي القسمة ولا قسمة في محل الاقتضاء اقتضاء أولويا، في محله اقتضاء أوليا. Omar, are you hearing me?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes,
Wa-
Ustaz, I can
wa-
hear you.
وعليكم السلام. Okay, today we will have inshallah الفصاحة في المتكلم. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I told you that fasaha should be the sifat of the kalam as well, sifat of the kalima as well, and sifat of the mutakallim as well. Okay. So now he is
Okay.
explaining in front of you that fasaha is the sifat of the mutakallim. والفصاحة في المتكلم. So when we have the fasaha in kalam, so what will be the condition of the fasaha? When we have the fasaha in the kalima, what will be the condition? Okay, free from the tanafur, taqid. Okay, now he will tell you that when the fasaha is in someone, in the human being, so what will be the condition of the fasaha? Look at والفصاحة في المتكلم, and fasaha in the mutakallim is a faculty, malakatu, faculty. Now he is defining the faculty, malaka. What is malaka called in Arabic? Malaka means it is a quality, وهي كيفية, it is a quality راسخة في النفس, firmly rooted in the soul. Okay, a quality firmly rooted in the soul means that the quality which has been completely rooted in a soul in a human being. Okay, if you are telling that this is my malaka, so it should be the best quality of your, and it should be completely rooted in your soul. Okay, so the malaka is, you can say the sifat is also the quality. Okay, but malaka is the quality which is completely rooted in a person. Okay, so كيفية راسخة في النفس, راسخة completely rooted في النفس, in the soul. Now, what is kayfiyya? He is defining kayfiyya. Well, kayfiyya to arzun, and kayfiyya is an accident. Arzun means the thing which does not stand by itself. The thing which stands by the other, okay? Which cannot stand by itself, okay? So, well, kayfiyya to arzun, kayfiyya is a haras, is an accident. لا يتوقف لا يتوقف, it is the conception of it is does not dependent on the conceiving something else. Okay, توقل على التوقل الغير. Now look at, he is telling you that عرض, when we say in علم المنطق the عرض, so عرض means the thing which is dependent on the other thing. For example, the color, you are explaining the color, so you cannot explain the color by the thing which the color is dependent on it. Okay, for example, when you want to explain a color in front of me, so you will say the color of the wall, the color cannot stand by itself. The color should be stand in a wall or on the computer or on the stairs or on the clothes. Okay, it is a haras. Haras means which cannot stand by itself. Okay, okay.
Okay.
Now he is telling you that this kayfiyya in front of you in this text, لا يتوقف تعقله على تعقل, يعني it is different. This kayfiyat in this aras is different. This aras does not depend on the other things. Okay, لا يتوقف تعقله. Okay, so the conception of this aras is not dependent on ta'aqqul on the conception of the other things. For example, you want to have the concept of a red color. So first of all, you will have the concept of a thing which has a body. For example, a wall, a clothes. Then you will say you will explain the red color. You can see the red color. Then the red color will be exist. Okay. So it is called ta'aqul. So aras means which is dependent on the other things. So now here in this book in front of you in the which aras is in the kayfiyya, in the malaka, okay, quality. That aras is not dependent on the other on the conception of other things. Okay, this
Okay.
aras is different. Now he is telling ولا يقتضي القسمة ولا قسمة في محله اقتضاء أولية. And this كيفية this عرض this عرض لا يقتضي. Okay, it does not require القسمة divisibility or non-divisibility ولا قسمة في محله on its locus. Okay, as a prime necessity مع اقتضاء أوليا. At the first look, at the first look, this عرض this عرض does not require the divisibility or non-divisibility. मतलब it will not be divided or it will be divided. This quality does not have this عرض. Okay, so this عرض cannot be divided or cannot be undivided. Okay, it is out of this quality. Okay, اقتضاء أولي in the first look. فخرج بالقيد الأول. Look at what is the قيد الأول. والكيفية عرض لا يتوقف تعقله على تعقل الغير. This is the first قيد. When in this book in Mantiq or in Ilm al-Balagha, in these books, in the logic books, when we have a definition of something, so after the definition, we will talk about the qaid. Okay, it means it's called fawaid quyud. What is it called? Fawaid quyud. Okay, Omar, do you know the definition of the definition?
The definition of tarif?
Yeah,
Yes, I believe I do.
can you explain in front of me?
Yes, the definition of a tarif, it is that which contains the necessary components of something.
Or any and which is free from the parts of the other things. Okay,
Yes.
for example, it is called तारीफ वो होता है जो अपने अफराद को जामिया हो और दुखूल गैर से मानिअ हो. Understood?
Yes.
Which includes the personal parts and which is free from the what is it called, uh, foreign parts. Okay, so it
Okay.
is called tarif. Now he will tell you the first benefit of this code. By this code, we had got out these things, and by this code we had got out these things. Okay, so now look at he's telling you. Look at لا يتوقف تعقله على تعقل الغير. I told you the common عرض is dependent on the other things, but this عرض is different. Okay, so when he said لا يتوقف تعقله على تعقل العيب غير, so by this قيد فخرج بالقيد الأولي. So by the first restriction, by the first قيد, okay, okay, الأعراض النسبية فخرج. Okay, he has been dropped the الأعراض the أعراض which are النسبية. Okay, which are relative attributions. So the things which are related to a wall, related to a clothes, so those aras are became out from this tarif, from this definition. because this aras is not dependent and those aras are dependent. So فخرج بالقيد الأول. So by the first construction he has been he make the all things out from this definition. He makes the all a'raz which are nasabi, just like idafa, just like fa'al, just like infial. So izafa will not be without the mudaf ilayh, fa'al will not be without the fa'il, and infial will not be without the fa'il. Wa nahwi dhalika, and on the other things. So all the a'raz which are relatives, nisabiyya, related with the other things. So these all a'raz have been came out from this first head, okay? تعقل على
Okay.
تعقل معايا. Okay. وبقولنا لا يقتضي القسمة. So by saying this that the كيفية means لا يقتضي القسمة, which does not require divisibility. By this قاعدة we had uh, excluded the al-kamiyat, kamiyat 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these things are dividable, okay, divisible, okay. So because of this head, la yakhtasil qisma, we had been excluded the quantities, okay, al-kamiyat, okay. So kamiyat should not be in the definition of the malaka. وبقولنا اللا قسمة, and we told you that this kayfiyya which is rasikhatun fil nafsi, okay, which is completely rooted in the soul, this kayfiyya should be Allah qisma, non-divisible. So by these things, it will not be non-divisible. So it will not be the nuqta and the wahda unit and the point are being excluded. Okay, it has been came out. So by three qad we have excluded the three things. Okay. وقولنا أوليا, he told you اقتضاء في محله اقتضاء أو أوليا with the first look. Why did he say أوليا? He told you أوليا ليدخل فيه uh, ليدخل فيه أوليا primarily. It's not is to include things. ليدخل فيه is to include things such as knowledge of the objects that may require divisibility or non-divisibility. Okay. العلم بالمعلومات المقتضية للقسمة أو اللا قسمة. He told you أوليا with the first look. So when you go deeply, so the all things will be out from this kefiyah. But in the first look, when he said awaliyan, so he it included he wants to include the ilm ilm of the ma'lumat, which ma'lumat contains the qisma or non-qisma, divisibility or non-divisibility. Okay, it will be included in this ta'rif of the kayfiyah. فقوله ملكة, when he said ملكة, now he is telling you the other benefits of the quyud, فوائد quyud. فقوله ملكة إشعار. إش إشعار. ملكة, when he said ملكة, it means إشعار. إشعار, he wants to tell you, it is the uh, implies that if one expresses the intended meaning with the fasaha, with the, it means that إشعار, he wants to tell you when he said ملكة, this is the شعار, this is the explanation of بأنه لو عبر عن المقصود, if someone has explained عن المقصود of her explained his purpose بلفظ فصيح, with the فصيح word, okay, لا يسمى فصيحا, so that متكلم cannot be فصيح even if he used the فصيح word, but we cannot say to that متكلم that he is فصيح. Why? في الاصطلاح, okay, in technical usage. Why? ما لم يكن ذلك راسخا فيه. Okay, unless that faculty is firmly established in him. Okay,
Okay.
when he told you malakatun, fasahatul mutakallim is a malaka. So if someone used in front of you the fasih word, it does not mean that that mutakallim is fasih. You cannot say why. First of all, you will see and you will prove that this malaka is rasikhatun in his soul or not. If this malaka of the fasaha is rasikhatun, completely rooted in his heart, in his soul, then you will say this mutakallim is fasih. Even understood?
Yes.
We are now explaining the fasahate mutakallim. So when someone uses a fasih word in front of you, so you cannot say that this mutakallim is fasih. Even the word is fasih, but that mutakallim cannot be fasih unless that the faculty malaka is firmly established in him. When this malaka is firmly established in his soul, then we will say this mutakallim is fasih. We can say this kalima is fasih, but we cannot say the mutakallim is fasih. Okay?
Okay.
So this is the means of this فَقَوْلُهُ مَلَكَةٌ. So when he said مَلَكَةٌ إشعار, he want to explain that بأنه if someone لو عبر, if someone explained عن المقصود his purpose بلفظ فصيح with the فصيح word لا يسمى فصيحا. That teller, that person will not be فصيح. That متكلم will not be فصيح في الاصطلاح in the technical usage. Why? ما لم يكن ذلك راسخا فيه unless that faculty is formally established in him. Okay. So this is the benefit of the word malakatun. Now, وقوله يقتدر بها على التعبير وقوله يقتدر بها على التعبير عن المقصود. Okay, and he is able by this malaka to express the intended meaning على التعبير عن المقصود. تعبير express عن المقصود intended meaning, the purpose. Okay, not just that malaka is rasikatun in his soul, but with that, it is necessary that he is able to express his intended meaning. Okay, يقتدر بها يقتدر. What word he used? يقتدر. Able. He is able every time. Okay, to express his intended meaning. Not just he used it first time in his life a fasih word, and you will say he is fasih. This is irrelevant. So there are the two things are necessary. That malaka should be rasikhatun fil nafs, and he should be able to express his purpose. Okay, ta'bir, express. Okay, دون أن يقول يعبر. دون أن يقول. He did not say that يعبر. What did he say? يقتدر بها على التعبير. Okay, why? If someone is يعبر, express, that's first time. So he will not be متكلم فصيح. Okay. That's why علامة التزاني told you يقتدرون. He should be able every time. قادر قادر. The qadir and mu'abbir, there are difference. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, look at you understood this point.
Yes.
دون أن يقول يعبر. He did not say علامة التزاني did not say يعبر. He said that يقتدر. إشعار. إشعار. He want to explain in front of you that بأنه يسمى فصيحا. That متكلم will call فصيح إذا وجد فيه when تلك الملكة, when that faculty exists in him, سواء وجد التعبير أو لم يوجد. Even the تعبير is here or not, that malaka should be completely rooted in his soul, and he should be able every time to explain. Okay, even in
Mm.
that time he explained or did not explain, it doesn't make any difference. Okay.
Okay.
So بلفظ فصيح. بلفظ فصيح. So if his kalam will be fasih, his every word will also be fasih. يعم المفرد والمركب, to include the mufrad and murakkab as well. How will the kalam include the murakkab? فظاهر. It is uh, what is it called? Clear in front of you. وأما المفرد كلام. How will kalam include the mufrad? فكما تقول عند التعداد. So when we say in the quantity دار, one house, غلام, one غلام, جارية, okay, one girl, ثوب, one cloth, basatun, okay, one sheet, ila ghayri dhalik, or the other things. So you have the kalam here, darun. Not you are telling just darun. You are telling darun wahidun, ghulamun wahidun, jariyatun wahidatun, because this nakira is for the quantity. Okay, so it includes the mufrad as well and the murakkab as well. So there are two things: malakatun rasikhatun fi nafs. Okay, يقتدر بها على التعبير عن المقصود. So when the mutakallim is fasih, so there are the two things are very necessary. Omar, the first thing is
Yes.
malaka. The first thing is malaka.
Malaka.
Not just using first time in his life. You will see, you will think, you will differentiate between his using first time and between his being qadir on his kalam. Okay. So first of all, you will say that this faculty is completely rooted in his soul or not. If this faculty is completely rooted, so you can say this mutakallim is fasih. If this faculty is not completely rooted in his soul, you cannot say that he is fasih. The second thing, he should be qadir every time to explain his purpose, his intended meaning. بلفظ فصيح with the fasih word. Why? Every time, qadir. If the first time he explained his purpose in with the fasih word in front of you, so you cannot say that he is mutakallim. He is fasih mutakallim, mutakallim and fasih. But you will say two things: that this thing is malaka or not in his soul, and the second thing is he is qadir or not, or he is explaining just first time in his life. Okay, so this is the definition of the mutakallim. Okay,
Okay.
bayanul balagha. Now we have the bayan of the balagha. والبلاغة في الكلام مطابقته لمقتضى الحال مع فصاحته. عمر, let me explain you in one sentence what is balaghat fil kalam. Balaghat fil kalam means all the words of the kalam are fasih, and you are talking according to the situations. Okay, for
Okay.
example, there is the situation is very sad. Okay, and you are expressing something with the sad style. Okay, okay, the situation is very happy, so you will explain. The second person in front of you that you are talking to him, he is a munkir. So you will have to emphasize your words. Okay, if the second person is muayyad, he is not munkir. Okay, you will you do not need to emphasize your words. Okay, so it is called muqtazal hal. Okay,
Mm.
this is the summary of the balaghat fil kalam. Now he will explain in front of you. Well, balaghat fil kalam, and the balaghat in the speech is it is conformity to the requirement of the situation. مطابقته conformity, okay, لمقتضى الحال, to the requirements of the situation. Okay. Now the situation requires the things, and then you will explain the things according to the situation. Okay, with its clarity, مع فصاحته, with the clarity of the kalam. The kalam should be fasih, and it should be required to the situation. Okay, مطابق لمقتضى الحال. Okay, it should be conformed to the requirement of the situation. This is the definition of the balaghat fil kalam. والحال. Now look at, he has two words, مقتضى الحال. Okay, so what is the translation of hal? Situation. What?
Situation.
Situation. Okay, so hal will require something in front of you. Then you will use according to that hal. So hal is muqtazi and your kalam is muqtaza. Understood?
Yes.
Because iqtiza means requirement. لمقتضى الحال, the requirements of the hal. So hal will be muqtazi. He will require from you that you should use the same words to the situation. So hal is the muqtazi and your kalam will be muqtaza. Okay? So this is the game of the muqtazi and muqtaza. So the meaning which the muqtazi requires from you, so you will use your kalam just like that. Okay, according to the situation. Wal hal. Now what is the hal? Now he is explaining in front of you. The hal means huwa al-amru ad-da'i, is the factor ad-da'i that calls ila an ya'tabira ma'al kalam, for attaching to the speech الذي يؤدى به أصل المراد, which conveys the main meaning خصوصية ما, some particular aspects. Okay, وهو مقتضى الحال, and that is the requirement of the situation. Okay, it means that the factor which call you to attach your word with the good situation, to attach your word same to the situation. Okay, so this is the definition of the hal. Okay, خصوصية ما. Okay, in every خصوصية, if you want a ta'kid, so you will have the ta'kid. If you want the inkar, you will have inkar in your kalam. If you have the taqdeem of the mudaf ilayhi, if you have the taqdeem of the sifat, if you want the taqdeem of the khabar, so these all things are khususiyat. Okay, so according to the situation, you will change your kalam according to your to the khususiyat. Okay, وهو مقتضى الحال, and that is مثلا, for example, كون المخاطب منكرا للحكم. This is very good example to understand what is muqtazal hal. Masalan, for example, when the listener, okay, denies or denies, denies,
Denies. Denies.
denies, okay. Okay. When the listener is كون المخاطب, listener, مخاطب, منكرا, when he denies the statement, للحكم, the statement. Okay. So this is the situation حال تقتضي, it calls you for the تأكيد الحكم, for the affirming the judgment, emphasize your statement. If if the person which is in front of you, he denies the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay, he is munkar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when will you explain the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in front of him? You will have to emphasize your words, your sentences. Okay, so this is hal. Okay, okay, the refusing of the second person in front of you, this is the hal which calls you, to have the ta'kid in your kalam. والتأكيد مقتضى الحال, and ta'kid is muqtaza. So your kalam is muqtaza and hal is muqtazi. وقولك له, and you are telling to him, inna zaydan fid dar. Inna, because he denies the existence of Zaid in the house. He, if someone does not know that Zaid is in home or out of home, you will tell him that Zaid is in home. If someone denies in front of you this, that Zaid is not in the home, and you know completely that Zaid is in the home, so you will tell him with the ta'kid. Okay, inna Zaidan fi dari. Okay, قولك وقولك له, and you are saying to him, inna Zaidan fi dari, muakkadan, with the ta'kid, bi inna, with the word inna, kalamun, this is a speech, mutabiqun, mutabiqun, okay, which is the uh, conforming لمقتضى الحال, to the requirements of the situation. Okay.
Okay.
وتحقيق ذلك, وتحقيق ذلك. So it is very easy. Okay. So according to the situation, you will have the example. وتحقيق ذلك, and the verification is that it belongs to the particulars of the speech. أنه من جزئيات ذلك الكلام الذي تقتضيه الحال. Okay, the speech required by the situation. So there will be the muqtaza. The muqtaza will be a part of your sentence. Just like look at in the previous example, What was the muqtaza? The muqtaza was inna. And the muqtazi was the refusing the second person about the Zaid that he is not in the home. So what was the basic point in your sentence? Inna. Inna was the basic point in your sentence. Okay. وتحقيق ذلك and the verification of this that أنه that مقتضى will be من جزئيات ذلك الكلام. It will be the part of that kalam which you are using تقتضيه الحال which the حال which the situation requires. فإن الإنكار مثلا, for example the إنكار refusing, فإن الإنكار مثلا يقتضي كلاما مؤكدا. For example that the إنكار refusing someone is مثلا, for example يقتضي it requires كلاما, the speech مؤكدا with the تأكيد, وهذا مطابق له, and the كلام مؤكد is مطابق, requires له to that situation. Okay, so when someone refuses in front of you, so you will have the تأكيد in your speech. بمعنى, why you will have the تأكيد in your speech? بمعنى, to explain that أنه that person is صادق عليه, is telling truth in his sentence. So you will have the ta'kid if someone is refusing in front of you. Okay. على عكس ما يقال. Okay. It is إن الكلية مطابق للجزئيات. Unlike the way a universal is said to correspond to its particular. إن الكلية مطابق للجزئيات. Let me explain it in front of you. Okay. على عكس ما يقال, at the opposite side of the saying that إن الكلية مطابق للجزئيات, that kulli is مطابق to the جزئيات, but it is opposite, that you will say that جزئي is مطابق to the كلية. Okay, so it means that the situation is جزئي and your kalam is kulli. Okay, the situation is kulli and your kalam is kulli and the situation is juz'i. So in al kulliya, so we will say that your kalam is mutabiqun, requires. Okay, it's confirmed lil juz'iyat to the juz'iyat, to the situation. But this is the correct way. But someone is says that the kalam should be that the situation should be conformed to the kalam, but it is incorrect. على عكس ما يقال. Okay, the opposite side which are said by the logical people that in al kulliya, that kulli will be mutabiq to the juz'iyya. It will be opposite. The opposite side is correct. That in al juz'iyya, that juz'i will mutabiq to the kulli. It is incorrect that kulli will be mutabiq to juzi. Kulli will not be mutabiq to the juzi. Juzi will be mutabiq to the kulli. So the kalam should be conformed to the situation. The situation should not be conformed to the kalam. So the situation comes first, then kalam comes. Okay. Ala aksi ma yuqali. At the opposite side of the which are said by the logic people that innal kulli mutabiqun lil juziyati, it is incorrect. At the opposite side is correct. وإن أردت تحقيق هذا الكلام, and if you want to verification of this kalam, فارجع إلى ما ذكرناه. So go to the things ذكرناه which we mentioned في الشرح, in the what is it called, which we mentioned in the commentary في تعريف علم المعاني, in the definition of the علم المعاني. So in the definition if of علم المعاني, we had explained, mentioned these all things. If you want the more verification about that, so you can uh, go to those books, okay, to the sharh. وهو أي مقتضى الحال. Now you will have the kalam, okay, according to the مقتضى الحال. Okay, وهو مختلف. مقتضى الحال مقتضى الكلام, مقتضى الحال should be different. Okay, فإن مقامات الكلام, because the places of the kalam متفاوتة are different. Sometimes you will speak with the ta'kid, sometimes you will not need any ta'kid. Okay? فإن مقامات الكلام متفاوتة, because the places of the kalam are very different. Now come to the matan. Link matan to the matan. فمقام كل من التنكير والإطلاق. So each maqam of the nakira and mutlaq and taqdeem and zikr and hadaf, it is different. Okay, it is different to the maqam khilafi, to the other things. Tankir is different to the ta'rif, itlaq is different to the taqyid, and taqdeem is different to the ta'khir, and zikr is different to the hadaf. According to these all situations, we will have the difference in our kalam. Okay?
Okay.
فمقام كل من التنكير, the situation of each of the tankir and itlaq and taqdim and dhikr it is different to the situation of the opposite thing. What is the opposite of the tankir? Ta'rif. The opposite of the itlaq is taqyid. The opposite of the taqdim is ta'khir. The opposite of the zikr is hazab. So when you have a zikr, not any hazard, so there must be a situation. When you have the taqdeem, not any ta'khir, so you must have the different situation. When you have itlaq, not ta'khir, so you must have the different situation. When you have tankir, not ta'rif, you are coming with the nakira words. So there must be any situation. So these situation will decide that which word should be good and able to this situation. Okay. ومقام الفصل. Now look at the next matan. ومقام الفصل, in the situation of the fasal يباين is different to the situation of the wasal. You know fasal and wasal? Fasal means to separate something, distance between two things, and wasal means the link between things. Okay. When
Yes.
sometimes you will have the difference between two things because of the situation. Sometimes you will have the link with two things because of the situation. ومقام الإيجاز, in the situation of the short, being something short, ijaz. Yubayin is different to the situation of the opposite thing. Opposite thing is long, being something long. So being a sentence is short, this is a situation. And being the sentence is long, this is a situation. وكذا خطاب الزكي, and just like that, the خطاب الزكي, talking to the genius person. مع خطاب الغبي. Okay, with the talking to the الغبي, to the, what is it called? How will you say غبي?
Stupid person.
Which, what?
The dumb person.
Dumb person. If there are two person in front of you, one is very genius and one is a dumb, so the kalam will be different. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the whole summary of the fasahatin the kalam. Okay, so inshallah we have done the matan, and tomorrow inshallah we will have the sharh of this. Okay, from
Okay,
from the
inshallah.
from the page number 56. وهو أي مقتضى الحال مختلف. Inshallah. Okay, very easy. There are just
Inshallah.
examples. Okay.
Okay, inshallah.
جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
وعليكم
وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير أستاذ.
آمين.